This video is about the darkness and accepting it for what it is. All this time, I swear, I think this is my first breakthrough about the darkness of the world. I've been kind of looking at my own darkness, but one thing I've never been able to accept was the darkness of the world, and like it seriously haunts me. Like I'm always researching, I'm always looking, because somewhere I feel like I want to heal the world, I'm supposed to heal the world, I'm supposed to free people from their pain and from their suffering. And I've always hated the darkness of the world, and I've always just wanted to dispel it and not accept it, and I've wanted to get rid of it and free people from pain and let no one feel that pain. Like it's really not supposed to be there. And I guess in my brain I believe that the polarities don't have to exist, that there can be a place of love and ecstasy at all times and not just heaven on earth. I was reading Conversations with God, and he literally talks about all the ways that it can be that, and they're so not even in our realm of possibility, but they are possible. It's really amazing. I wanted to post them, but it's like 10 to 12 pages about how it talks about all of it, and I know nobody's going to read 10, 12 pages on Facebook. So basically, my battery's running out, so I need to hurry up this video. I hated the darkness. Even when I would talk about something, me and my fiance used to talk, and I would be like, talking about something, he's like, you have to stop fearing it. And I'm like, why is it fear? He's like, the world is fucked up because of your attitude about it. And I'm like, this is just an opinion. Are you telling me I can't have an opinion about the world? And he was like, there's a difference between an opinion and fear. And he's like, and I didn't understand. I kept saying, like, I'm confused, and not to say I'm confused, like, type of attitude, but like with him, I'm literally like, break it down what you're trying to say to me. And so he finally broke it down after like we've been having this conversation for years, and he's like, you have an opinion, but your opinion is so filled with fear about what's going to happen. Like, oh, this person is like this, and this is what's going to happen, and I hate them because they're like that, instead of just saying this person's like this could happen, I accept it, but no matter if it happens or not, everything's okay, because it's always going to be okay. And I just wasn't there. And I finally hit me the other day what he was trying to say. So, and then today I was watching this movie. It was in the Hardball. I'm sure everybody's seen it. Like, the little ghetto, like, kids team from the projects, and Keanu Reeves goes and, like, helps them and stuff. And all the things that these little boys had to go through, I was, like, horrified. And I mean, the movie's funny as shit, but I was, like, so horrified that these babies had to go through this. And, like, my fiance's from New York, and, like, I know he's gone through some crazy shit, him and his family, And I'm like, so many kids are out there going through these horrific things. And for what? Like, for money? Like, for somebody to sell some drugs to somebody else, and they gotta look like the big, powerful, respectful person and get their money, because that's really what matters. And this money that is ripping people's families apart, drugs, and they're killing people. And this is the stuff that I hate. Like, I literally hate that people will sell a drug to somebody else to kill their family, to make my family eat. Like, how does that even make sense? Like, I know you gotta eat, but like, yo, like, there's nothing else you could possibly do but sell a drug. That's for another video. But so I was watching all the horrible things that these babies had to go through, and in the end, he talked about, like, the little boy died, the little G baby died, whatever, and he was talking about that when he hit, his baseball, the, like, triumph that he had, like, lifted the world to a better place. And it just made me think, like, all the darkness that these babies had to go through, when they hit their light, it's so much more amazing, like, you know what I'm saying? And they are so much stronger, and they have so much more wisdom than the other people who have never gone through struggle. And even, like, I was watching this thing about Mary Magdalene today, and they were talking about, like, why would Jesus pick her to be a witness? Like, why? And they were talking about that back then people would say that, but even these men who were on the show were saying that, like, she was a prostitute, why would they pick her? And are you crazy? Do you still not get, I know this is for another video, but do you still not get that Jesus loves all prostitutes, whores, fucking the lady next door, murderers, rapists? He loves them all. I might not love them all. Not that I have a problem with, like, prostitutes and stuff. I don't care. That's your business. I don't love rapists. Sorry. Fucking hate you. That's just where I'm at right now. But that's for another video too. Let me take a deep breath. But Jesus loves everybody, in my belief. Like, he had, like, the love of God. Like, he loved everyone. He didn't need to judge. But even these people who are like, why her? Why not her? Like, she has the wisdom, the struggle of whatever she was, whether she was a prostitute or not. It made her stronger. And like Jesus said, she has special wisdom. And that would allow her to be a leader of a church. You know what I'm saying? She could teach. She has a lot to teach people. And she's been through the struggle, so she has the wisdom. And she came through it successfully. You know what I'm saying? And also, like, I was watching this other movie called The Moses Code, and the guy was talking about how he went to help during 9/11, and a voice inside of him said, this could be your Vietnam or ... And he was already having like terrible nightmares about the stuff that he had encountered when he was doing the rescue. And so he knew that when it was saying this could be your Vietnam, it was saying all the soldiers who came from Vietnam came home. They brought all that darkness and pain and fear home because it was horrific and they didn't know what to do with it. So the voice inside of him, once he got quiet, he could hear it. It was saying, this could be your Vietnam. So this could be your nightmare. 9/11 could be your nightmare, or ... whatever you want to make it. So he said that he came out of the building. He decided he was going to make it something other than the Vietnam, other than the darkness. So he came out of the building, and he said they had turned on this bright light, to help with the rescue, but it hadn't lit up the world. Everything looked different to him, and everything was moving so slowly, and he was sitting there in tears, not because of the terrible things that happened, but because of the beauty. The whole world was in chaos, but the whole world dropped their egos and just became souls because they were loving each other, and they were worried about each other, and they were helping, and genuinely just cared and loved for each other. And he said it was amazing. So what I learned from that is that maybe when our egos get so built up, and we do this dark thing, is the only way for our soul to find itself truly. You can't know light without the darkness. You can't explain light if you've never seen darkness, because all you know is light. So if I'm doing these terrible things, conspiracy to blow up a building, for money, and whatever other terrible reasons. I'm going to blow up a building, kill all these people. But really, that allowed all of America and many other countries to put their egos down, that this tragedy was about to happen, or this blessing was about to happen, and come together and love each other. So I'm really starting to, this is the first time when, I feel all this stuff in my heart right now. It's kind of really cool. This tingling, it feels like I have butterflies in my heart. I know, I'm weird, guys, whatever. Just letting you know how it really feels. But, so I'm finally beginning to understand that the darkness in the world might be a beautiful thing too. And I don't have to hate it, and I don't have to dispel it, and I don't have to fear it. I just have to accept it and manifest whatever change that I believe can help. And and that's kind of where I'm lost. Do I need to manifest if everything's going to be okay? I don't know, but I just know I can only take it one day at a time. And for today, I'm going to accept the world as it is. I'm going to do my best. So my manifestations for today is I accept the world as it is. I accept myself as I am. I am that. I am. You should watch the Moses Code. It was pretty interesting. So I just need to accept everything, and not just the outside world, not the other things. I mean, even things with my family, even things with my friends, even things with everything. I need to just accept them and stop fearing people for who they are, and, hating people for who they are, and just accept them and love them for who they are, because, okay, that's for another video. We'll end it here. Bye, guys.